It's only a matter of time until any business is affected by a cyber attack or a hack. And those effects could be very dramatic. Some troubling and extremely powerful data is coming from recorded events in cyber attack community. 60% of companies went out of business after a cyber attack. So if your company is hacked, you have ransomware, you have some fraudster infiltrate your network, at some point you're going to go out of business. It may not happen right away, maybe several months or a year afterwards, because of the domino effect of that attack. A typical cyber attack costs several $100,000 up to $1 million in cost, and it may be the technical cost of fixing your computers, it may be restoring your network, it may be paying for a ransom. Even beyond all that, most states and federal governments have rules in place that you have to pay fines and penalties if your customers' personal information is revealed through your network. All of those expenses are not covered under traditional insurance. If you have cyber insurance, much of that is covered, which may prevent some of this bankruptcy contagion that happens after a cyber attack. Some existing insurance policies may have a cyber rider that covers 10 or 15,000, but it's going to be nowhere near what is needed. So 60% of companies going out of business after a cyber attack is just off the charts troubling. Cyber attacks are becoming more common. In fact, in the next 5 to 7 years, we predict that cyber insurance will be the primary insurance any company has. And other types of insurance like E&O, professional liability, business owners, they will become secondary. The most important policy you will have is your cyber. Everything else will be attached to that. In addition, currently 75% of small businesses are underinsured, meaning that the coverage limits, coverage levels you have aren't near enough to support the current size of your business, either by revenue, by employee count, or by the risk that you have in place. Now, many companies do not feel that they need cyber because they're not a technical company. We had a client that was a paving company that didn't feel like, well, I don't need cyber, we're not a computer company. Well, that company was attacked by a cyber fraudster. Their computers were locked down. They were threatened with ransom to unlock their computers. In the meantime, all their customer information was downloaded, which included some contact information for title companies, for builders, for architects, with building plans, intellectual property, banking information. And eventually, the company did not pay the ransom fast enough. They had losses. They lost 3 or 4 major accounts because those companies were attacked through the network. And not being a technical company doesn't matter. Here's proof. 3 questions to ask small and medium enterprises during Cyber Security Awareness Month. If you can answer yes to any of these questions, you are the target. What are the questions? Do you have customers? Obviously you do. Do you have a bank account? Do you have any information on a customer in your care, custody, and control? So if you have a computer that has your customer list on it, that has addresses, that has banking information, email addresses, phone numbers, you are at risk. Small businesses are under attack. Here's the thing. Cyber criminals are targeting smaller businesses because they're less likely to have protection. Most cyber insurance policies include active network monitoring, but most companies don't have that kind of policy because, as we know, 75% of small businesses are underinsured. If you have cyber insurance, more than likely, your policy is not only going to put monitoring on your network, it's going to require it because they don't want to pay a claim. They don't want to have somebody attack your network where they have to pay out hundreds of thousands. They're going to help you prevent that. So don't be one of the companies that goes out of business because of a cyber attack. Think if your company right now is a 300,000 or 400,000 a year company, a small business, and you have a hack that cost you 200 grand, could you remain in business, or would you have to close? Look, we're in the insurance business, so obviously we're biased. I get it, but do your own research. Do your own investigation of what are the risks, and have a qualified person tell you the risks. Even if that person's biased, you might want to have a more pessimistic review of your company so you know more of what the risks are, and then you can downplay it and water it down at your own discretion. If you have questions, you can reach us on our website. We can even do a consultation to see what vulnerabilities your network or your computer system might have as a cyber defense preparation.